Hello, welcome back. We are in our read through of the 1800s Pictorial Bible. I'm Nicole. I have been reading one chapter of the Bible each day of 2025, and we have gotten all the way up to Exodus chapter 20. What's so special about Exodus chapter 20? This is when we're first going to get the 10 Commandments. Even if you're not a believer, you've probably heard of the 10 Commandments. So I'm excited to read them. I'm excited to get into this chapter. So grab a Bible, whatever version you have is fine. Read along with me. Put your eyes on the scripture and forgive me anything I mispronounce because it's in Old English. All right, let's jump in. Exodus chapter 20. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and shewing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, and keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor, and do all thy work, but on the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day, and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God hath given thee. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not God speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. And the Lord said unto Moses, Thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, Ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. Ye shall not make with me gods of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods of gold. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings, and thy peace offerings, thy sheep, and thine oxen. In all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it of hewn stone, for if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. Neither shalt thou go up by steps into mine altar, that thy nakedness not be discovered thereon. Okay, 10 Commandments. We get the 10 Commandments, and we get some additional wisdom from God towards the end after he's given them the 10 Commandments. After we see the people have a response. So, a little context from the previous chapter in case you weren't with us yesterday. God came down upon the Mount of Sinai and was just, it's like a thick cloud of smoke, and it's on fire, and there's lightning and thunder. It's scary. It's a scary scene. It feels like the end of the world, probably, to them. Think of it like a smoking volcano, but like way worse, and very scary to them. They've never experienced this, terrifying to witness. And so they're trembling. But God wanted to do this to prove, like, I'm God, I'm near you, I'm going to speak directly to you, this is the way I'm going to speak to you, so that you're afraid of me. Like, that's genuinely the point. and they are afraid, and they kind of step back, and they're like, nah, we don't like this. God can just talk to you, Moses. He doesn't need to come talk to us, which is kind of funny. But then Moses has this follow-up conversation with the Lord, and he really, really doubles down on how the altar should be made, and specifically, do not make gods of silver. He's circling back to the Ten Commandments, where he says, don't have other gods before me, don't make graven images to worship, don't make idols. And he's saying it again. He's like repeating himself very firmly and very specifically, don't make me idols of silver or gold. Now, if you're familiar with the Bible at all, you know that in a few short chapters, maybe even in the next one, I don't think it's in the next one, I'm pretty sure it's a couple chapters away, Moses goes up onto the mountain to speak with the Lord more and get more laws and learn more things. And while he's up there, the people get restless, and they're like, well, we haven't seen God in a while, and we haven't seen Moses in a while, so maybe we just need to like create our own idols and worship those. Which is hilarious to me, because in this chapter they're like, well, you just go talk to God for us. And so then it's like, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want him to go talk to God, or do you want to hear from God directly? Because God offered you that option. So, and then they get restless, and they make a golden calf, which is exactly the thing that the Lord said do not do. He said it very specifically, don't make an idol out of gold. And they do it. This is going to be a recurring pattern, and it's a bummer. But the Ten Commandments are really amazing. They're very universal. I think they work just across the board. Definitely like good rules, especially if you're going to be in a relationship with God, then that means you have to put him first. You have to decide that he is the real God. He is the true God. And I do want to make sure that we don't get confused here that this is an admission of polytheism, because he says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Well, what does that imply? That implies that there's other gods, right? Little g, lowercase g. So the other gods that are out there, like the Egyptians, were a polytheistic culture, right? And they worshipped gods. But what they were actually worshiping were demons. Demons, fallen angels that God had cast out of heaven because they had rebelled against him. They had sinned. And they're a higher life form than humans. They have powers that we do not. And so they came to earth because they're cast out of heaven, and they play God. They play pretend on earth. And God has given the earth over to Satan and his followers to rule over, to have dominion over, because the world is fallen and is touched by sin. So they're on the face of the earth pretending to be deities. I'm convinced that every god from another religion is a demon or a spirit that was once an angel that is just trying to lead people away from the one true God. So he's talking about that. This book is monotheistic. This book says there is one God. He's in three persons, and that has been evident from like Genesis chapter 1. There's the expression of God the Father. There's the Spirit on the waters. And Jesus is in there too, but I'm not going to get into that because I don't have enough time. But the Ten Commandments don't say that there's more than one God. There's just one God. And don't kill, and don't steal, and don't lie, and, be nice to your parents, and do not take the Lord's name in vain. That one, in our culture, as a society, we have gotten really comfortable with swearing. I'm not going to get on to you about the particulars of which swears you do or don't, but except to say, do not say GD. Do not use God's name in vain. That's the bad one. Don't use Jesus' name in vain. Don't. He takes it seriously. It matters to him, and so it should matter to us. All right, I'm almost out of time. I hope that you are enjoying reading through the Bible. I hope that you join me again tomorrow for Exodus chapter 21. And I hope that you're reading scripture more than just listening to me once a day. Have a great rest of your week. God bless. Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow.